Welcome back to the second episode of Main Street.
We're your hosts,
Eric,
Maddie,
and Sophie.
So today we're going to talk about what's it like being an underclassman, coming from your three upperclassmen.
It can be very hard. That's all I can say.
Yeah, settling into the new school year is something that's always difficult, and I can just imagine how hard it is just being either a freshman or sophomore.
We're here to give you advice, things you can expect, and just overall how it is, because it can definitely be tough transitioning into a new environment. We'll start off with advice now.
Alright, so for me, choose the classes that... Choose the hard class. Honestly, just do it. You'll appreciate it. You're going to learn a lot from it, and the time management and the general vibe of it is gonna be, I don't know. There's a camaraderie to choosing a class that really challenges you, and kind of puts you on the floor and kind of really, yeah.
I agree to disagree. Honestly, if you choose a hard class, you can always drop it because it is your freshman year, and I think it's also a chance for you to join anything you want. And I know everyone says that, but genuinely, you are not going to have time to do anything you want in the next 2 years. You're going to have to go with the curriculum and go what's best for you. But freshman year is really your time to explore clubs, join any class you want, because you can always drop.
Yeah, I started out freshman year in orchestra, and then
Did it last a semester, I think?
Oh, I lasted a full semester, so, but that's how I met her. Without orchestra, we would have never had that, connection.
Yeah, unfortunately, everything's pretty much set in stone by your junior year. You know the clubs you want to be a part of, and it's a little more difficult to jump into something new, but it is never too late. I know Eric mentioned taking more rigorous classes just because challenging yourself is always a plus. And I was just curious as to what your hardest class was so far.
I think it's probably AP Euro.
Ooh.
Yeah, that class, it's not to discourage anyone from taking the class. It was a really fun class, and I've made a lot of friends from that class, but it's just the academic rigor to it is really intense, and there's a lot of reading, and you're kind of you're kept on your feet.
I think another thing as freshmen is that don't feel so pressured to grow up so fast or need to know what you want to do so quickly, because I didn't, and I think as the years came along, I think by the time junior year comes along, it kind of just comes to you as you take the classes, as you go through different stages. You'll kind of figure it out. So I don't think there's pressure. You don't need to pressure yourself to be I need to be in a certain place at this time. It's obviously nice to have a plan, but you're never expected. Don't feel like you need to be rushed into it right away, because things can always change.
I think AP classes are a great way to get to know what you want to do in college, because they do resemble a college class setting. And all of the people in the class have a similar vision and what they want to pursue in terms of the classes they take. So for example, I took AP chemistry, and a lot of the people wanted to go into pre-med, and it's just nice to share a vision with somebody and kind of discuss future plans.
And also just for your Belinda, we have a really great program for special admits and dual enrollment with Fullerton College. So if you want to explore, I think they're doing jazz history or art history classes at Fullerton College. It's a really great opportunity to get to know yourself while getting art credit and exploring different fields.
Also, I don't think it's always about in school. I think your support system plays a very big role in how well you do in school. So I think it's important to find friends that can help uplift you and have the same path as you, so you can get inspired by them along the way. I think that's always nice to have a friend to talk to about any of your classes, and having that nice support system really helps you stay grounded and motivates you to do better.
Yeah, I think something we should definitely advise the underclassmen about is just how to select the right group and crowd to be a part of, because it's so easy to fall into just a demographic that you don't want to be around or you don't align yourself with. So yeah, I've definitely experienced some shifts in friendships, and it's just really difficult.
Yeah, but I think genuinely, like, when you feel like it's not the right time anymore, it's time to leave. Like, just trying to hold on to what you had before is not going to be conducive to either of your relationships, and it's just going to make things worse.
Because you have to realize that when you're in high school, it's not the same people that you hung out with in middle school. Everyone is growing, and you cannot prevent one person from growing. You cannot prevent one person from being different. So when you feel that something is off and that you don't agree with something, you can bring it up to them. And if you guys find that you're not on the same path, it's time to let it go. It doesn't have to be a huge friendship breakup. It can just be natural, because you're in different phases of your life. So you will naturally grow out of some people, and that is okay. It is, and it's actually, I think it's a good learning experience to get new friends in high school.
Yeah, I think that just stems from like an initial lack of control. Like, we really do want to keep everything and we cling to things, especially when you're entering a completely new environment. Because I remember my freshman year, it was terrifying. It was very different. The bells were like tripping me up because I was confused between like the warning bell and the actual bell.
Yes.
I initially thought that the warning bell rang 3 minutes after the first bell.
Yes.
So I thought I only had, so when it actually rang 7 minutes after, I rushed to my classes because I thought 3 minutes was a lot shorter than 3 minutes actually is. But now I feel like I'm very accustomed to it, and I can kind of gauge how much time I need to get to my classes depending on where they are.
Yeah, so here's a real advice. To get from the 500 buildings to the 300 buildings, it only takes a 2-minute walk if you're efficient.
That's a lie. I would like to counter that and say it takes at least 4 minutes. It takes 4 minutes.
Yeah, it really depends on the shoes you're wearing. Cause one time I was wearing my Uggs, and wow.
Right, exactly,
they
wow.
just kept falling off. I think
calf exercise straight
I
up.
actually think that I was running and one just flew off, and luckily there was no one around.
Same thing with Birkenstocks.
Oh
Y'all
my
gotta
God,
watch
don't.
out.
Yeah, so that's why I wear closed-toed shoes. Like,
yeah, that's definitely the way to go, especially when you're in the science class. Especially when you're in science classes and you're doing labs. I remember someone wore open-toed shoes, and that was just nasty. You don't want chemicals getting on your skin.
also, just like, let's like keep the dogs out of
I agree.
school, please.
Yeah.
The
Like,
sandals is just like the sandals
You know
trend.
what?
I feel like we brought them back, and it's
Do what you want, just don't wear it in a lab.
yeah.
Like, it's lab day, you have to wear closed-toed shoes. If you want to wear sandals outside of that, be my guest, I guess.
and also in my humble opinion, if you're gonna wear sandals, please have your toes done.
Yes. Please don't show up with nasty toes. Nobody wants to see that at 7 a.m. in the morning.
I know, and I just don't understand the whole like hoodie and jeans fit while it's 60 degrees outside and you pair it with sandals.
Oh, absolutely not.
Do they not get cold?
Absolutely. Exactly. Do they not get cold? Anyways.
Enough about feet. So speaking of support groups,
Speaking of support groups,
There's so
Speaking
many
of support
clubs.
groups.
I do want to highlight some clubs that I am really impressed with. APISU has a meeting today about, I think it's the, forgot exactly what it was called. Mid-Autumn Festival. I just celebrated with my family earlier this weekend. But,
It's amazing.
yeah, like they always have everything so well planned, and their media's on point. They have the announcements go up well beforehand, and their events always go to plan. I attended them.
Sorry for interrupting. I'm so sorry. I also want to highlight MUN. I think the club is.
it's wonderful.
I think the club is amazing. Megan puts in so much work, I think, into the club, and I think that's a really good opportunity.
That's a good college app club. Like, if you're looking for one, like, I'm not plugging this because I'm a board member. Like, you should come.
He's plugging it because he's a board
I am
member.
not plugging it because I'm a board member.
I'm not a board member. I think another important thing is that you have to find a teacher who you connect with. I think there's always a teacher out there. And I think that a lot of people find it before AP, before junior year. I think a lot of junior teachers are more focused on teaching AP classes, and sometimes it can be hard to connect with them.
Yeah, we need those letters of rec, but don't
force it.
Don't force
Force
it.
it.
But also, shout out to Miss Shay.
Like, it looks...
who is pretty much funding what we're doing right now.
Yeah,
we actually love her.
We love her so much.
But don't force it because they know, and it doesn't make them feel good. Imagine how you would feel if you were being used for something and you know that they don't actually like you for you.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and please stay tuned for everything else we put out.
Have an amazing day, night, or wherever you are, and thank you for listening to Main Street.
Bye.
See you next time.